35, and I would like to call this meeting of the Common Council of the City of Beaver Dam to order. We are going to begin with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silent deliberation. Oh, I'm sorry. First, we have to call, I am so sorry. We have to call the roll. Trace?
Bierman,
Here.
Burnett,
Here.
Marie, Fisher,
Here.
Gansky,
Here.
Hiley, here, Keel,
Here.
Olson,
Present.
Perkins,
Here.
Radke,
Here.
Went,
Here.
Wild,
Here.
Yuds,
Here.
Zop.
Here.
Now we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silent deliberation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, next up is our informal public comment period, and we have 5 people who have signed up to speak. First person up is Gabriel Reyes Jr.
Hello, my name is Gabriel Reyes Jr. I was born and raised in the city of Beaver Dam. All right. I'm not gonna waste time talking about statistics or using quotes or any of that. I'm just gonna get right to my point. Everything about this whole decision to restrict people's people who can talk during these meetings is everything about this whole decision, from the vague verbiage to the fact that apparently you get to decide whether or not to extend or cut people off, it all stinks to high heaven. And it's clear that it's in response to people being against the data center. But there's a side to this that I feel people haven't noticed. So I'm going to ask, as a member of the town's Latino community, as well as its LGBTQ community, I must ask, can you, the Common Council, guarantee that these new rules will not be used to limit and restrict the voices of the minority groups that reside in Beaver Dam? Did you even consider that as a possibility? Did you even consider that these new restrictions could potentially be used to diminish the voices of those marginalized in this community? And you may be thinking, where's this coming from? It comes from history. Because when people like you start making rules like this, people like me stop being heard, start fading into the background. Good night and God bless.
Okay, and just for a point of clarification, particularly for those people on the Operations Committee, I believe what Mr. Reyes Jr. is referring to is an item that was on the Administrative Committee's agenda that they did not get to this evening, so it will be pushed to a later agenda. But as part of Mr. Berkey's, since he's been here, one of his goals was to go through all of our ordinances and policy handbook and try to bring them up to date. And so as part of his process of going through the policy handbook, he makes suggestions, updates, improvements. And he got to the portion of the policy handbook where it talks about city council meetings, and there was very little to nothing. It was just basically the state requirements for meetings. And so he put together just a preliminary proposal for a list of rules and policies that for how Common Council meetings should proceed. In the past, we just generally have gone by tradition and precedence. We do what we've done in the past. So for example, the fact that we start off with an informal public comment period, we do that because we've done it for a very long time. It is not a legal requirement. Many Common Council meetings do not have an informal public comment period. It's one of those things that is our tradition, and Mr. Berkey thought maybe if we want to continue with that, we should put it in writing. So there's an entire, 3-page document of policies governing council meetings, and one of them, one of the paragraphs talked about public participation and some of the rules, the 2-minute rule. Again, there's the city is well within its rights to limit how many people can speak, how much time they can speak, all those kinds of things. But anyway, that's what he's referring to. So those of you who are in operations, that's the context there. And I'm assuming it will be on the admin committee agenda, if not the next meeting, the meeting thereafter, depending on how far they got down the list. Okay, so next up is Diane Holland.
Good evening. My name is Diane Holland. On April 27th, each of you received via certified mail 58 out of over 300 signed and submitted as notices entitled Notice and Demand to Protect the People's Health, Safety, Property, and Happiness, Data Centers Compromising the Public Good. From that date, you had 7 days to respond to the statements specified in the notice. As made clear in the notice, a failure to respond within 7 days means you agree by acquiescence all statements in the notice to be truth and fact. Further, by not responding, you are agreeing that you are acting with full knowledge, intent, and malice by trespassing against the people's inherent rights. Let the record show that by not responding, Mayor Mark, the Beaver Dam alderpersons, Beaver Dam City Administrator Larry Burke, Beaver Dam City lawyers Larry Knapke and Michael Devitt, Dodge County Sheriff Dale Schmidt, and Trent Campbell agreed to the statements made in the said notice delivered April 27, 2026. At this time, we would like to publicly thank alderpersons Mr. Bierman, Mr. Flaherty, and Mr. Fareed for upholding the constitutional oath that they swore to by listening to the people and voting in line with what the people are demanding in regards to the TID and Opidin. To continue, we all know these data centers create problems on many levels, yet they are only an offshoot of a greater, more detrimental problem, which is the crumbling of our government due to either the lack of constitutional knowledge or the blatant ignoring of our constitutions. We are seeing this happen at a small city level, and sadly it is happening at our state and federal levels. Our country has stood for 250 years because of this amazing document, our Constitution, the supreme law of the land. The notice that each of you received is constitutional, and it is to serve as an olive branch, if you will, an opportunity for you, our government servants, to reflect, change your direction, and do the people's will. Time is running out for you to do this. That's just a fact. It's not a threat. Further steps will be taken as it is inherent rights of we the people to pursue the right to life, liberty, and happiness. You can ignore the people's demands, but you cannot do it lawfully. And lastly, please read or reread this amazing document, our Constitution. It holds the answers. Have courage and choose Constitution over contract. Thank you.
Next up is Karen Tomko.
I'm Karen Tomko, and I have property in the city of Beaver Dam. I am speaking tonight to put serious concerns on the public record regarding property transparency, property transactions involving the city of Beaver Dam and the Beaver Dam Area Development Corporation. In 2006, parcel 206-1214-1434-003 was purchased by the city, by a city, for $840,000. That's 2 acres of land. And it was tied to an unknown city with the address of the city of Beaver Dam, 205 South Lincoln Avenue. Despite unclear ownership at that time, by 2015, that same property appears to be listed as owner by the city of Beaver Dam with the same Beaver Dam address. In August 2020, the Beaver Dam Area Development Corporation purchased parcel 206-1214-2212-002 for $488,000 for 80 acres of land. And in September 2020, sold to the city of Beaver Dam for $448,000. Please note that the parcel identification numbers also are beginning to change. This is not an isolated incident. This is a pattern of property moving through a quasi-governmental corporation before ending up with the city. The Beaver Dam Area Development Corporation has already been recognized as functioning in a governmental capacity. When a body operates like a government and handles public-facing transactions, it should be held to the same standard of transparency, oversight, and accountability as the city itself. When public access assets are involved, there should be nothing unclear, nothing indirect, and nothing that requires residents to piece together the story after the fact.
Oh.
These are substantial financial decisions. They deserve our full transparency, not after the fact and having to reconstruct them.
Okay, thank you, Karen.
I
Your
am
2 minutes
placing
are up.
these concerns on the record
Thank you, Karen.
so that there is no question that the public
Karen,
is
you
paying
need to
attention
sit down.
to how property and public resources are being handled.
Next up is Miley Kozinski.
Good evening. I am Miley Kozinski. So I may live just outside your municipal boundary, but I live with the consequences of your decisions every single day. I am here because the proposed policy about limiting public speaking would silence people like me. Not because we don't care, but because we care very deeply. We are your neighbors. Our kids go to school here. We work together. Our kids are on sports teams together. We work and we shop your businesses. We voted in shared systems like the school board, and yet under this proposal, we are being told our voices wouldn't count. Let's be honest about what this is. It's not about efficiency or order. This is about limiting who gets to speak when the topic has become uncomfortable, especially when decisions like the data center project impact people beyond your city lines. Mr. Vierke found no such issues here before pushback about data centers. You may not represent my family on paper, but your decisions affect our homes, our environment, our health, and our future. And right now, we are left without representation anywhere. The township does not control this, you do. So I want to be very clear, if we're not allowed to speak here, then the only option left is to request regular ongoing meetings with you individually every couple of weeks with updates so that our concerns are still heard and everybody has all of the relevant information. Public comment is an efficient option. It allows you to hear directly from us openly, all at once, and on record. When I testified at the Senate hearing in Madison, they stayed for 9 hours for people to be heard. And maybe you don't need to do it every week, but you can do it once a month or something like that. Some of you have told us to get over it because you have other things you have to do and you have other business to work on. I can't drink my water. What you have brought into this community will impact us for decades, even if it's not on your agenda that evening. Just because you don't want to hear about it doesn't make it irrelevant to our daily lives. How will you decide what is relevant and who gets to speak? If you make decisions that impact my daily life, I truly believe I should have the ability to share those thoughts with you. Democracy dies in silence.
And last up is Steve Rajewski.
Steve Rajewski. So we were denied the town hall to interact with you guys. Some of you ignored us, our phone calls, our emails. Some of you took them and had discussions with us. Some of you hung up the phone on us and wouldn't talk to us. Some of you wouldn't answer emails. Somehow you guys represent us, whether we're in your district or not. You guys made decisions that affect us and our neighborhoods. I think it ought to be just the opposite, that you ought to welcome public comment, that if you're really representing us, you wouldn't be limiting the number of people that could come up and speak. That should be unlimited. We have a right to redress our grievances with you. You're supposed to be representing us. And I would think if you wanted to be a good representative, you would want to hear from us. You would want to hear what we have to say. We try to be nice. We try to be cordial. We had some good conversations, but we have a voice and you're supposed to be representing us and you should be trying to listen to what we have to say. You allowed people from out of town to speak unfettered. You allowed the the Meta worker from the job site to come up here and take part of our public comment. You allowed Alliant Energy to take a spot from our public comment, and you want to limit us. Then you gave unfettered time to Trent, to the Oppidan, to Ehlers, and we have a voice. We should be heard too. So I would say it should be just the opposite. You should be willing to extend this to give us 3 to 4 minutes. You've been ringing the bell at everybody that got up here. They had more to say. And I think it helps you do your job. Like the more input that you have, the more perspective that you have, the better you're able to do your job and not make bad decisions that are going to put us at risk. And so my 2 cents is it's an insult to us to try to limit our time and to limit our free speech. And I think it should be extended. Thank you.
Okay, that closes our informal public comment session. Next up are announcements. Are there any announcements from the floor? Council members, anything you want to mention? Okay, I have just a few. If you missed it last Saturday, it was the first farmers market of the season from 8 to noon. We had, even in spite of temperatures in the 40s, there was a good sized crowd enjoying fresh produce and other items at the farmers market every Saturday from 8 to noon. I encourage everyone to go on down. It's in the same location as it was last year, so easy to find. Also, this Thursday is the opening of at the Dodge County Center for the Arts. From this Thursday through Saturday, May 23rd, is their annual K-12 art exhibit, which features students from both the Beaver Dam Unified School District and Wayland Academy. The opening reception for that exhibit is on Saturday from 1 to 4. I encourage you to head on down and check out some of the amazing art that our students have produced. And lastly, on Saturday, May 16th, I encourage everyone to head on down to Swan Park. The Dodge County Historical Society from 9 till noon is hosting an archaeological dig. The director of the Historical Society, Kurt, is actually an archaeologist, and he has gotten permission from the state DNR to do a certified dig. And so they will be training people. They encourage families to come down, bring your kids. Kids love digging in the dirt. Their goal is to excavate a portion of the western edge of the park, kind of where the playground area is. And they've already found a few artifacts in initial diggings, and they're hoping to find more. So anybody who shows up will have an opportunity to participate. So I encourage you to head on down on May 16th in the morning. Very good. Any other announcements? Okay, then next up, we have the disposition of the minutes, and I'm going to ask that we dispose of these minutes as a slate. We have both the Common Council meeting from April 20th, which was a regular meeting, and then we have the Common Council inaugural meeting from April 21st, where we had limited business. Can I get a motion to approve those minutes as they're in your packet? Alder Fisher?
So moved.
And a second, Alder Burnett.
Second.
Any questions, corrections, comments? All those in favor of accepting the minutes, so signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Very well, the minutes are passed. Next up, okay, thank you. And next up is the city administrator's report.
Today, the only thing I have to report is to remind everyone about our May 12th special city council meeting. We will be getting the agenda out this week and we're going to be meeting at 6:30 PM at the Public Works Department. This is our training and goal setting. So we're going to have Bill Omicon from UW Extension come in and talk to us about best practices. And then immediately after that, we will discuss priorities for the next year and hopefully get a couple of goals. So that's the plan, and I hope everyone can make it.
Very good. Next up are communications.
I have none this evening.
Okay. Then we come to the approval of the bills from April 17th to April 30th in the amount of $1,090,577.72. Can I get a motion? Alder Zopp
I'll make a motion to approve the bills as presented.
and a second. Alder Gansky.
I'll second that motion.
Very good. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the bills, so signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The bills will be paid. Next, we come to ordinances.
Ordinance 9-2026, an ordinance amending section 62-47, stop at railroad crossings of the City of Beaver Dam Municipal Code. This is the first and second reading.
So for purposes of discussion, can I get a motion and a second?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Alder Hiley, and a second.
A second.
Thank you, Alder Bierman. I believe this went through operations. Todd, do you want to give us just a quick summary?
Sure. So the city's been ordered by the Office of the Commissioner of Railroads to install and relocate some signage on the Fletcher Road crossing. Currently it's yield controlled. They want that changed out to stop sign controlled. They need some advanced warnage signing moved, and we got to install stop lines. So the biggest part of this is putting stop signs up and moving our advanced warnage signing. In order to be enforceable, we need to amend the current ordinance so that stop signs are included at the Fletcher Road crossing. Enclosed is the updated draft ordinance, and we do recommend approval as presented herein.
Very good. Was there any other discussion in operations? Alder Burnett?
Not from operations, but just from me using that road quite often. We got railroaded here, I think. Because you can see a mile down each way at that railroad tracks. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, but if the railroad wants it, so be it.
Good. Any other comments or discussion? Okay.
We need a public hearing.
Oh, this is a first and second reading. You are right. So that means we need, because this is a first and second reading, that means, and this is an ordinance, that means we need to have a public hearing on this issue. So I'm going to formally open the public hearing on the stop signs at the railroad crossings. And is there anyone either here or online who would like to speak to this ordinance? And again, I'll ask, is there anyone either in person or online who wants to talk about stop signs at this particular railroad crossing? And for one last time, is there anyone who would like to comment on this particular ordinance? Seeing none, I call the public hearing closed. And now we are ready to vote on this ordinance.
Bierman,
Yes.
Burnett,
Yeah.
Fisher,
Aye.
Gansky,
Aye.
Hiley,
Aye.
Keel,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Perkins,
Aye.
Radke,
Aye.
Went,
Aye.
Wild,
Aye.
Yuds,
Aye.
Zop.
Aye.
So the ordinance carries. Next up are resolutions.
Resolution number 33-2026, a resolution approving the revised municipal court bond schedule.
Okay, and this was discussed in admin this evening. Why don't we get a motion for purposes of discussion first? Alder Zopp
Make a motion to approve.
and a second, Alder Gansky.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. Alder Zop, do you want to just maybe summarize what was discussed at admin?
Sure. Most of the changes revolve around the back and forth or our current revision cycle on the vicious animal ordinance that is now with operation. So this bond schedule is preparing preparing for that inevitability of being able to, or having to have increased penalties for vicious animals. There was also the addition of a disorderly conduct for the ATV, UTV usage. Chief did confirm that it's in line with how we would do a disorderly conduct for other motor vehicles. So it's similar to that. The judge did not show up or indicate one way or another. I don't know, in years past he has, but I don't know if this seems like more smaller things as it goes. But it did pass unanimously from committee.
Good, thank you, Alder Zop. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, we can vote.
Burnett,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Yansky,
Aye.
Hiley.
Aye.
Keel,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Perkins,
Aye.
Radke,
Aye.
Went,
Yeah.
Wild. Aye. Yads,
Aye.
Zop,
Aye.
Bierman.
Aye.
Very good. Next up, resolution number 34.
Resolution number 34-2026, a resolution approving land division of city tax parcel number 206-1214-2212-002 and 206-1214-2221-003.
Okay, I don't know. Todd, do you want to just give a brief summary about this one?
Sure. So these reference parcels are in the US 151 Business Park. Oppidan Holdings has petitioned the city to divide the parcels as follows into a 64.7 acre lot 1, which is a remnant city lot, a 12.824 acre lot 2, which is a proposed Oppidan lot, a 9.362 acre lot 1, which is the existing stormwater ponds along Kellum Road, and then a 1.2 acre outlot 2, which would be a future Kellum Road extension. This did go through Plan Commission at their April meeting and received unanimous approval.
Okay. So how about if we have a motion? Alder Wild?
I'd make a motion to accept this resolution as it stands.
Very good. And a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Alder Keel. Questions for Todd or discussion? Alder Hiley?
So division of parcels needs to be done for what? Can you re-explain that to me, please?
So right now, the way the business park sits, there's a 12 acre lot at the northeast corner. And then there's a remnant 80 some acre lot. So in order for Oppidan to develop that lot, they need to split off a portion of the 80 and combine it with the 8 that's up in that northeast corner. So that's essentially what the CSM is doing.
Good. Any other questions or comments? Okay, I think we're ready to vote.
Fisher,
Aye.
Yansky,
Aye.
Hiley,
Aye.
Keel,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Perkins,
Aye.
Radke,
Aye.
Went,
Aye.
Wild,
Aye.
Yads,
Aye.
Zop,
Aye.
Bierman,
Aye.
Burnett.
Aye.
The resolution passes. And finally, our last resolution for the evening, number 35.
Resolution number 35-2026, a resolution authorizing the complete and final report on estimated special assessments for the Madison Street reconstruction project.
Very good. For purposes of discussion, can I get a motion? Alder Hiley?
Make a motion regarding this resolution as written.
Thank you. And Alder Bierman?
I'll second.
Thank you. I don't know, Todd, do you want to summarize or Jeremy?
I can
Um,
do this one. So
Okay,
I think you guys have seen this assessment report many times. This whole process started back in February. We've made it through all the steps. This is the final stop for the final estimated special assessments. Upon approval, we'll move forward with sending out assessments once the project is done. So this would be the final stop, the final time you see this assessment report.
good. Questions or comments? Alder.
Todd, was there any state financial assistance, or did this neighborhood qualify for state financial assistance on these items?
This is funded in part by a WISDOT grant.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Any other questions or comments? Alder Olson?
Just a general question. At the end, I see that the assessment for streets is 128,000, and the total project is 1.7 million. With it looks like a percentage of being 7.32%, so that's a percentage of the total assessments into the total cost. Is that correct? Is 7.32% average? I'm just kind of curious as to, do you know how that falls compared to other projects? It's just a random question.
This falls fairly low just because of the WISDOT funding on it. So they're only paying a portion of the assessments for the sidewalk and driveways and all that kind of stuff. So generally speaking, this percentage is lower than we would see on other projects that don't have this type of funding.
What's the average number?
I would say it generally ranges probably in that 10 to 15, 20% range.
That's significantly lower. Thank you.
Very good. Any other questions or comments? Okay, then we are ready to vote.
Gansky,
Aye.
Hiley.
Aye.
Keel,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Perkins.
Aye.
Radke,
Aye.
Went,
Aye.
Wild.
Aye.
Yuds,
Aye.
Sop,
Aye.
Bierman,
Aye.
Burnett.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Very good. Can I get a motion to adjourn? Alder Burnett. And Alder Hiley? Very good. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good evening.